Well, my name is Dan McCutcheon, and we've been debt-free for 5 years.
And I'm Heidi McCutcheon. We've been married for 14 years, going on 15.
15 in January. Go
Well,
ahead.
I think we kind of came at it from two different directions. Since we got married later in life, I was, no debt is good, car debt and house debt, and that was about all I really ever had, except for occasional credit card here and there. And Dan had what he called good debt and bad debt. And that's kind of where we were in differences between the two of us and stuff. And then we started talking about it and decided I pushed for Dave Ramsey class, and that kind of got us both on the same page.
I think for me, I had a wake-up moment really when I was working up here and was making a good living. And then, to Heidi's point, I would buy a house, live in it for a while, then rent it and go buy another house. And that's when even dead people were getting loans back several years ago. And so we would, I had like 3 houses. And so then I lost my job. And I went from a good living in a nice place, to living in Huntington, West Virginia, where I pulled my bed down out of the wall every night. It was a huge pay cut because it was during the Great Recession. So I got a wake-up call. Even though I didn't have tremendous amounts of debt other than the real estate, I was living above my means because I was used to making good money, and then all of a sudden I'm starting over. So that was kind of a wake-up call to me, and then I would, Heidi and I would probably connect about a year later. About a year or so later.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so that was kind of a wake-up call for me. When you go from a nice, you were there last night, and it was a pretty nice little house. But then you go to an apartment that's half the size of this room, and you pull your bed out of the wall. It humbles you. And then you're like, maybe I'm doing something wrong here. So that was kind of a wake-up call for me. Well, to Heidi's point, I think it's all God's anyway. So He's blessed us with whatever He's given us. So we're to turn around and bless others in any way we can. We have a responsibility to others. Take care of each other at church. We take care of our neighbors. But if you don't have anything, and all your revenue from your job or your career or your business is going to pay off debt, you can't afford to help anyone. And so you're not really being a good steward of your money, because it's all going to you. And God has given it to us to share with others. And so I feel like, being a good steward is just looking for God to put you in a situation where He's moving you to do something. And when I found out that if I would have saved $200 a month when I was like 20 or 25, I'd have a couple $1 million right now. Easy. Just from that. If I never added to it, that's compounding interest. But nobody teaches you that. You don't learn that. The banks know it because they loan all the money and make it.
Yeah.
But we don't. And so that was the one thing I learned.
Yeah, I think what I learned was I wished I would have known, if you pay off because I always thought you always will have a car loan. You pay one off, and then you pay yours off, then you pay your husband's off, and then it's time for you to get a car, and you pay that off, and you pay your husband's off, and it's time to get another car. And I was like, no, you can buy a car, and we budget now to save up and then buy in cash. And so that is so much easier to do than to think, oh, I owe the bank this money and I have this payment every month, even though we took money out every month for the car. But, you just sock it away in your money account.
Right.
And let it grow interest there, and then you've got the money to pay it in cash. The last thing we put down, I can't remember what the last question was. We refuse to borrow to buy something.
Right.
Yeah, if we want something now, like we just did a big project, we saved up, put it in the bank, then contacted somebody and said, hey, we want to do this, come give us an estimate, and he comes, and so we write a check and paid for, done.
Right. It's a good feeling.
Yeah.
So it really is.
Yeah.
So I encourage everyone to take the class.